Welcome, football fans, to this NFL Week 9 review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you hit that like button as I'm reviewing all the matchups from this past Sunday and on Thursday night in Week 9 of the 2024 NFL season. And we started off here with the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers, one of the bigger matchups of the weekend as these division rivals go toe-to-toe in Lambeau, and the elements played a big part in this one with rain and a lot of sloppiness on the field. But we see the Detroit Lions were able to get the victory in this one, 24-14 over the Green Bay Packers. And even though the Packers filled up the stat line themselves, unfortunately that would not be enough as Jordan Love throws a costly interception and could have thrown a couple of more, as we just didn't see any offense from this Packers team until later in the game. And the Detroit Lions were able to control the ball and control the game throughout, and were able to get the victory in this one as they moved to 7-1 on the season and 4-0 away from home, looking like one of the best teams not only in the NFC but also in the NFL. Then moving on, guys, where we see the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and we see the Rams get the victory in this one, 26-20 in overtime, after unfortunately quarterback Geno Smith of the Seattle Seahawks throws for 363 yards and 3 touchdowns, but also throws 2 costly interceptions in the red zone, one being a pick six for 103 yards, as the Rams were able to take advantage and get the victory in this one after quarterback Matthew Stafford went 3 for 3 in the overtime drive and hit the touchdown pass to get the game-winning touchdown in overtime to number 15 Robinson, the wide receiver. And Matthew Stafford and this Rams team looks to stay in contention, as now they've moved to 4-4 on the season, and the Seattle Seahawks unfortunately dropped to 4-5 and 2-4 at home. And guys, that last matchup, the Green Bay Packers, they fall to 6-3 and are 3-2 at home as they look to bounce back next week. And then, guys, the next matchup, we got the Chicago Bears taking on the Arizona Cardinals, and we would see the Cardinals get the big win in this one at home, 29-9 over the Bears, who weren't able to get anything going on offense as they were sluggish all day long. Caleb Williams has 41 passes, only completes 22 of them for 217 yards, but we see the Arizona Cardinals have really good balance, not only in the passing game, but also in the running game, with James Conner having 18 carries for 107 yards, and the Cardinals get the victory in this one to improve to 5-4 on the season and now have the division lead in the NFC West. And then, guys, next up here, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens handle their business at home, getting the victory 41-10, dominating the Denver Broncos, and Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry continue to do their thing, as Lamar Jackson has 3 touchdowns, Derrick Henry has 106 yards and 2 touchdowns of his own, and we see Flowers, the wide receiver, have 127 yards on 5 catches for 2 TDs himself, as the Baltimore Ravens are looking like one of the best teams, not only in the AFC, but also in the NFL, improving to 6-3 and 3-1 at home. And the Denver Broncos now fall to 5-4 as they're going to look to bounce back next week. And then, guys, one of the big kind of upsets this past weekend, as we see the Carolina Panthers got their second win of the year over the falling, unfortunate New Orleans Saints team that we just found out, breaking news earlier today, that they have fired their head coach Dennis Allen after this loss. The 7th straight loss for the New Orleans Saints, a tough blow here, as we see the Panthers were able to get the victory in this one. And this is also the first loss in NFL history where the Saints, their team, actually won the turnover battle, outgained their opponent by 150 plus yards, and still lost the game. So unfortunately, a tough blow for the Saints that now fall to 2-7 on the year, and the Panthers get their second win of the season. Then next up, guys, we got the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Football Giants, and unfortunately, we would see the Giants not be able to do a lot in this game, as Danny Dimes throws his first touchdown at MetLife in almost 2 years, over 600 days since he threw his last touchdown pass in a home game at MetLife, and the Giants couldn't get enough going as they were able to sort of get it close at the very end, but the Commanders get the win here, 27-22, as Jalen Daniels continues to do his thing, looking impressive in his rookie season with 209 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. And guys, moving to our next matchup, where we got the New England Patriots taking on the Tennessee Titans, and the battle of 2-win teams, or I should say not very good teams in this one. We see the Titans would actually get the victory in overtime, 20-17, after we'd see Drake May, the quarterback for the New England Patriots, do his thing on the last play in regulation to hit Stevenson for the game-tying touchdown touchdown after the extra point, this would head into overtime where the Titans were able to take care of business, getting the field goal and getting their second win on the season, and the Patriots now fall to 2-7 on the year. Next up, guys, we got the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns, and unfortunately, the Browns did not see the same magic like they had the week before against the Baltimore Ravens, as the Chargers were able to get the victory in this one, 27-10, as they improved to 5-3 on the season. Justin Herbert has a great day with 282 yards passing and 2 TDs. J.K. Dobbins continues to do his thing with 85 yards on the ground and 2 TDs himself to help the Chargers get the big win here. The Cleveland Browns now fall to 2-7 on the year, and they could be big sellers at the trade deadline. Then next up, guys, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to take on the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals would get their first victory at home this season, a 41-24 victory as Joe Burrow throws for 5 touchdown passes in this one, a dominating game from the Cincinnati Bengals offense as the Raiders could not stop them at all with their defense, and they also made changes, breaking news coming from the NFL, as the Las Vegas Raiders have fired their offensive coordinator and their O-line coach, and there's probably still more to come, and those are some news and notes from the Las Vegas Raiders as they fall to 2-7 on the year, and the Bengals now move to 4-5 after getting their first win at home. Then next up, guys, we got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons were able to handle business in this one, a little close at the end, but they get the victory 27-21 over the Dallas Cowboys, who actually end up losing quarterback Dak Prescott in this game to a hamstring injury, a tough blow for a Dallas team that's been struggling all year long, as now they fall to 3-5 on the year after losing this matchup, and the Falcons now improved to 6-3, 3-3 at home after this impressive win where Cousins throws for 3 touchdown passes in the win here for the Atlanta Falcons. Then next up, guys, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to take on the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles actually were dominating in this early, but we would see a big comeback from the Jacksonville Jaguars when they scored 16 points in the third quarter after getting shut out in the first half, and they made it close, had a chance to win at the end, but unfortunately we'd see a game-sealing interception from the Eagles defense as they get the victory 28-23 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jalen Hurts has a very good day, very efficient, 18 for 24 for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air, and Saquon Barkley, oh my goodness, you guys have got to check out the highlight tape as this guy not only did a spin move on a particular carry, but he also leaped over a defender backwards. Guys, you gotta go check it out. It's one of the most viral videos of the weekend here in week 9 of the 2024 NFL season, and Barkley runs for 27 carries for 159 yards and a touchdown in this one as the Eagles improved to 6-2 and 3-1 at home after this victory. Another tough loss for the Jaguars, who fall to 2-7. Next up, guys, we got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills, traveling there to Buffalo, and we would see the Bills get the big victory in this one after a late 61-yard field goal that gets the game won here for the Buffalo Bills, and Josh Allen in that offense was cooking as he was 25 for 39 for 235 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game, and even though Tua and the Dolphins offense looked to get back on track and looked pretty good in this game, unfortunately, too many errors and turnovers would be costly to them, especially after giving up a late penalty on the Miami Dolphins defense, where we see safety Jordan Poyer hit a defender, a wide receiver, that caused the penalty and set up the 61-yard game-winning field goal for the Buffalo Bills kicker Tyler Bass, and the Buffalo Bills now improved to 7-2 on the season, 4-0 at home, and they look like a serious contender in the AFC. And then next up here, guys, we got the Thursday Night Football matchup where we've seen the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. The Jets being the home team, we're hoping to get things home cooking there on Halloween night, and man, did we see some spooky stuff in this one as the New York Jets got the upset victory over the Houston Texans as they win 21-13 after scoring 7 points in the third quarter and 14 points in the fourth quarter, only giving up 2 field goals in the whole second half on defense as the Houston Texans offense was able to run the ball good but was not able to pass protect protect good enough for CJ Stroud to have a chance in this game, and Aaron Rodgers does his thing, throwing 3 touchdown passes after a terrible first half, and this team was shut out, and he comes out and gets the win for this, a much needed win for the Jets team, who now go to 3-6 on the season, 2-2 at home, and the Texans unfortunately fall to 6-3 on the season after this loss, and they'll look to bounce back next week. And guys, this has been your NFL Week 9 review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you guys hit that. Oh, actually, we got one more to go. It's the Sunday Night Football game, which actually there's not really much to talk about here, as we see the Vikings were able to get the victory in this one, 23-13, as the Colts unfortunately weren't even able to get in the red zone on offense, and the Vikings get a dominating victory after Sam Darnold throws 290 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game, and Jefferson does his thing with 7 catches for 137 yards. And the Vikings now improved to 6-2 on the season, 4-1 at home, and are looking like serious contenders in the NFC. And guys, this has been your NFL Week 9 review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you hit that like button and like and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show for more NFL news and notes and reviews throughout the 2024 NFL season. And make sure you check out Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play of any of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers games throughout the 2024 season. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. Make sure you leave some comments to let me know what you think of my show and what you think of the 2024 NFL season thus far. Tell me who your favorite team is. I love to hear your guys' feedback. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. I appreciate you. You guys are the shit. And thank you for being fans of my show, this sports entertainment channel, Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace out.